Hey guys, so I'm back. Know it's been a little while. Haven't been feeling so good. I have fibromyalgia and I also have a virus, not the coronavirus, but I have a virus that has really done a number with me with my fibromyalgia. So I have days where it's extremely difficult to move. So I haven't been keeping up with this, but I'm feeling better. So I figured we'd do a tour and see what's changed since last time. So here we go. Alright, you can tell I'm on the back porch. You have to excuse the mess. We collect the cardboard because we put the cardboard down out where the gardens are to block the weeds. But on my container garden, you can see that some things are coming along quite nicely. I believe this is my collards. That's some cabbage there. Tomatoes. There's kale. More tomatoes. I got some willow tree clippings that I'm trying to get to root. And actually, they have taken root. So I will be transplanting them soon. They'll be going out in the field because willow trees love wetness, moisture, and it gets flooded way out there really bad a lot. So there's my dill, catnip, there's some beans, there's the cabbage, there's a bean, not sure what that is, might be turnip, and then some more beans, tomatoes, those are all my carrots. I had some celery, and if you cut the end off and you put it in some water, it'll start producing again. So once it starts growing again, I planted it. So hopefully I'll grow some celery. These are some peppers here. Yeah, everything's flooded. We've been having some storms lately. So more collards, more kale, another tomato, radishes. There's nothing in those two. And then 2 more tomatoes. So let's go out here to the raised beds and have a look-see. So I have the carrots and cabbage over here. And they're doing good. I did plant some, I planted some flowers here and sunflowers and all like that, so they're coming up. I have the spinach that I planted. This is the original spinach, and I have taken spinach off of that, so I need to cut some more. And then my collards that are out here. So that's doing really good. More cabbage. I have lettuce coming up here. I have more lettuce planted there and more lettuce planted there. This is some cauliflower that's coming up here. Now this bed is really coming up. This is the turnips. As you can see, the greens part is quite large. Those are all potatoes on that side. My husband brought some hay up for me so that I can get some extra hay in with the potatoes. Those are my onions. The garlic hasn't shown anything yet. Potatoes, again, hay will go in with them. And there's my beans. Foxy, come on. Alright, so we have our 2 fruit trees that we put in the self-wicking tubs here. And then we're going to go down. You have to excuse me, I have a brand new camera. Instead of using the phone, I got a cheap little camera. Paid like $140 for it, so we'll see how it does. That's more spinach. Cabbage. What do we got? Kale. More kale there. I love this. I mean, you can actually see it's really coming along quite nicely. Now you'll see that there's, like this is from some storms. This is some storm damage that was done. That's coming along nicely. This is cauliflower. This is some lettuces. I have both iceberg and romaine in there. What have we got? Spaghetti squash. And yellow squash. And then I have my tomatoes growing over here. So those are all my tomatoes. Again, in between the rain, I have to get out here, and my potato mounds here. I've got to get some more hay put up around all these potatoes. I have sweet potatoes up at the top. Let's see, let's walk up here. I have, these are yellow potatoes, those are reds. So I will get out here and put more hay on them to mound them up. I need to get some cardboard to put down in between the rows. And this, there's nothing over here except for weeds, so I need to pull all that up. My husband actually said he thought about just coming in here and raking everything back and then putting cardboard down all throughout here and putting the hay back down on the cardboard. So these are our sweet potatoes. They're coming along a little slower than I wanted, but they're still there. Okay, so this row on this side, this is all turnips here, and this is all tomatoes. Now I have come through and started pruning on some of the tomatoes, and I'll show you about that. But these are all peppers over here. Again, some of this is storm damage done to the peppers. I had a bloom knocked off, but they're still coming along. Eggplants and collards. Okay, so with the tomatoes, you have to prune them. What I mean by prune is, well, number one, when you transplant, you can transplant them deep. But as they're growing, you see this right here? That's called a sucker. We don't want those. They'll take nutrients away, and they won't really produce much. So, and see, here's a longer one. You just pinch it off, and that's it. So, and if you wanted to, you could actually take those suckers and put them in some dirt, and they should regrow as well. So if you want more tomato plants, that's the way to do it. More cabbage, watermelons, and squash, and all sorts of stuff like that. Planted, this is lettuce in here. That's iceberg lettuce, and we go down, we have romaine lettuce. Oh, look, I'm getting some blooms. You see this? Right there. Right there. I haven't been out here to trim all of my tomato plants, so I need to get out here and start working on them. That's more romaine lettuce, and then we go into spinach, and then kale down there. Again, this is turnips over here. This was me. I was trying to do the holes without my husband, and that hole kind of got away from me, but that's alright. We'll deal with it. Like I said, accidents happen, things happen. Not everything is perfect. If I were perfect, I'd be up sitting at the side of my Lord, so in heaven. Okay, oh, our corn. Our corn is coming up quite nicely. 4 rows. Once it comes up a little bit more, we're going to put hay down all around to help keep the weeds down in there. My scarecrow skeleton, we move him every other day, as well as up at the top there's a owl, and we move the 2 of them every other day, just to help keep pests, and I say pests, vermint, deer, stuff like that away. So this is one of my 2 apple trees. I had tons of blooms, and as you can see, I've got nice baby apples coming. I need to get out here to fertilize, And then my husband says we saw some weed fabric, so we're going to put that around our fruit trees and then put mulch down on top of that. We're trying to keep these healthy, so I'll be fertilizing them and we'll be trying to take better care of them. But, so yeah. Oh, and our creeks look so good. My husband just got done weed eating the creeks, which is such a chore. It takes a couple days for him to do it. Alright, here's another apple. Looks good. He's got to get out here and mow the fields soon. The only problem is all the rain. They're calling for rain again today. More thunderstorms. Thunderstorms tomorrow. I forget when. Can't keep up. So he's weed-eated all this. I love this area. Oh, thank goodness. Those are wild blackberries that he left. I told him that they were there. I showed them to him. And so he did leave them for me. Now with wild blackberries, of course, if you haven't picked, you got to be careful of the thorns. They will tear you up. Lord knows, back home in Florida, we had tons of wild blackberry. And I would pick every year, but I'd go out there in long pants, long sleeves, all like that, because it will tear you up with them thorns. Let's see if I can get a close-up. Let's see. See? You see them thorns? Boy, yeah. They will get you. So, you pay the price for getting the wild blackberries. But they're good. My compost pile, which the other day we went fishing, and I asked my husband if we needed worms. He goes, yeah. I'm like, good. I said, we don't need to buy any. He said, what? I was like, yeah, we don't need to buy any. I brought him out here to the compost and had him dig up a little bit, and he was like, oh my goodness. He couldn't believe how many worms is in my compost pile. I'm like, yep, that's a healthy compost pile. So, we still need to get the pallets and actually build it up to actually have bins to put them in, and then so that we can turn it easier. It'd be nice once we get a tractor with a bucket and all, but that's not anytime soon, not unless we hit the lottery. Alright, so that is our peach tree, and I believe this was supposed to be a pear tree or something, but this year it only had a couple of blooms on it. It didn't have hardly any blooms. So this really needs some fertilizer. But my husband's going to get the T-posts, like he did with that one tree over there, and pull it back away from because it's leaning into the creek. Now this, I was told was a Meyer lemon, but we've never gotten anything from it. We've left it, and it does have some thorns. Let me see if I can get in there. Ow. See, that is a thorn, which is typical of Meyer lemons. Meyer lemons do have thorns, but I've never seen anything from it. So, I don't know. I'll fertilize that too, though. We'll see what happens. And why it was planted so far down on the bank, I have no idea. Oh, she's eating grass. Her favorite pastime. Alright, so we'll go see all the chickens. Alright. So we came across a dog kennel. Now we thought it was the same sort of dog kennels that we've gotten before, but it was different, and you know, we didn't pay a whole lot for it, so it needs some work. And that's what this is here on the side. My husband said he's going to work on it some today and get it chicken worthy, and then we're going to move that small coop over into here so that they have more room to run around. So this will be the grow out pen. You'll have to excuse the chicken pen again. With all the rain, it gets nasty in there. And I don't have them running loose because I haven't been outside that much today. Alright, so the little chicks that I bought from Tractor Supply are right here. Let's see if we can see. Hey guys, they're not so little anymore. So they've gotten quite big. Soon I'll be able to put them with the big chickens, the big hens. So let's go see the babies that I hatched out. Oh, and you'll see my husband's tractor still doesn't have it back together yet. He's working on it. We have the parts and all, but he's having trouble with some of it. So if there's anyone out there that knows about the older tractors, say hi, babe. Hi. So, yeah, it's still a part, but he's working on it. Okay, so the baby chicks, aren't so baby anymore. They're getting big too. We got some beautiful colored. I love the coloring on the wings on. Let's see. Beautiful there. The black one and that one. And some of them have feathers on their feet. Like, let's see. They're going to run from me. They like to scatter. But some of them are feather-footed, which my brew is feather-footed. So, they're just barnyard chickens. I know I have a couple roosters in there. They'll probably end up going to freezer camp because I don't need more than one rooster. But we got this big bin for free. We actually have 2 of them. My husband was talking about taking the other one and putting outside in that grow-out pen. And making like a little mini coop out of it. I know it won't last real long, but it's something to do for now. Alright. So, here it is. Hopefully it'll get done soon. How's it going?
It's in.
Oh, yay. Now you gotta get it back together?
Yeah, hopefully I got it right.
Okay. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. Come on, Foxy. My trusty sidekick. So, our pop-up camper that we bought used, of course. We didn't pay much for that either, but we gotta get some new tires for it. And then I gotta get that opened up and cleaned out and all. I wanna clean it with a bleach cleaner because we got it in the colder months. It wasn't snowing or anything, but it was colder. And I wasn't about to go and mess with it then. Alright. So, oh, my lovely strawberry patch. Where I planted 50, count them, 50 strawberries. How many came up out of 50? 2. You see that one there? Where is it? Right here. That came up. That one and that one were already here. And then that one came up. So 2 out of 50 came up. So I'm not buying any more starts like that. If I'm getting any more strawberries, I'm buying actual plants. Not the bare root. I'm just completely disappointed with that. Alright, we're back where we started. But the pool, oh my goodness, it was a nasty mess, of course, opening it up from winter, so I've been cleaning it. It doesn't look too bad. I still need to vacuum one more time, and I actually need to get in there to scrub. But it looks a lot better, and it's very full from all the rain. So, hold on. Let me have a seat, and we'll do a little chit-chat. Okay, so that was the farm tour for this week. It's actually been probably 2 weeks or so since I last recorded, maybe longer. And I apologize. Like I said, my fibromyalgia has been killing me. Those that don't know, fibromyalgia is an overactive nerves and stuff like that. We live with pain daily, but with fibromyalgia you have flares. And I get flares especially with weather and just stress and everything else like that. So I've had some bad flares lately, and it gets extremely difficult to walk at times. I have in the past had to use a walker to get around. I try not to. I don't like that. But it's just, I'm just going through a little bit of a harder time. I'm also, with everything else that's going on, I have quite a few medical problems. And I've been out of work since September, out on medical leave with this other virus that's between that and the fibromyalgia and something else that they're not real sure is going on. I get real dizzy, really weak and fatigued, which is also part of the fibromyalgia, but it's been to the extreme. So they're doing messing with some of my medications, wondering if it's some of my meds, because there are plenty of times where they have noticed that I am a bit more sensitive to meds and things like that. So we're adjusting some of the different meds, so that'll be interesting. We'll see what happens, but my primary care, I love her. I've been with her for a while. She knows my case. I've had so much going on, but we're extending my long-term disability. It's supposed to end next week, I think. But we're extending it again for another 3 months, and she told me I may need to look at permanent disability, which I'm not happy with. I'm a nurse. I like doing what I do, but I can't do that if I'm dizzy and falling down and that sort of stuff. I can't take care of patients when I'm doing that. So, I don't know. All I can do is just pray, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, thank you for staying with me if you've stayed this long in the video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, like my video, and then if you see the notification bell, if you hit that, then you'll be notified whenever I post any new videos. Anyone that has joined my YouTube channel, I'm so thankful for. I know I'm brand new. I'll go through different things. I'll tell you more about myself if you want to learn more. Just comment down below if you want to know anything, and I'll teach you what I can. I'll try and start putting out some short videos about doing different things. I'll actually go through the actual pruning of tomatoes and what works best for them. I haven't had a lot of pest damage yet. I had some beans that I had problem with the slugs on, and I put coffee grounds around the bottom and all like that, and that seems to have helped. So we'll keep an eye out on them. I'll let you know. So in the meantime, take care of yourself, take care of everyone else, and God bless and thank you. Bye.